So you sell fish too?
We do sell fish for consumption, but right now just the tilapia.
Just the tilapia.
Yeah.
What do you do with the goats? What is the
They
goats?
consume our waste. They save us $1,800 a month in waste removal. Nothing with goats. We don't do anything with the manure. None of that. These holding tanks right behind. Sorry, this guy's crazy. He's gonna come down. Let's move out of the way.
Cute.
Safety, I'm just gonna ask that you not touch the lettuce. I'll pull one out and we'll pass it around. And we won't be returning it back to the truck. But the tanks behind you, I just wanted to tell you real quick, those are purge tanks. So what happens is once we get the order in, we've got tanks up here and then tanks in the back. When Chun's Meat Market comes to pick up, we'll bring the fish in a couple of days beforehand. We purge food weight because they want actual weight, yeah? So all the food waste comes out and they cleaner, much cleaner. And then we load them up, yeah? So live, again, we're going from our tank straight into their tank. And then they take it with them and keep it live on their end. The longer you can keep it alive, the more money you're gonna get per pound. Yeah, so just it's good economics.
And you were saying that all of this is available. Where does it come from?
So the pottery, when Fred went to Vietnam, he ended up picking up a lot of pottery over there, paying for a container, and shoved but the Taiwu stones. So imagine they were in a cave, yeah, hanging. The white is actually calcite. So those were all made by water, you know, all the crevices and everything. And actually when it's wet or when it's polished up, it's like onyx, like black onyx. They're beautiful. Wow. Yeah, so let me know. We can load you guys up today. All you guys can have one, not a problem.
Right in my trunk, right?
So that's the other side of everything, right? So in the world of what Fred and Brendan are doing on the landscaping side, the landscaping is the bread and butter. So he owns Fred Lau's Hawaiian Landscaping, his Makakilo Nursery, and Mari's Gardens. Mari's Garden encompasses all, so that's why we're so diverse. But it takes us 12 heads of lettuce to sell one vase. I mean, 12 pounds of lettuce to sell the same profit off of one pot. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's smart to have it on one property, right? But on the landscaping end, landscaping and maintenance is on somebody's P&L. You're gonna get paid because they need maintenance. So our jobs would be Ho'akale, Kamakanali'i, Ocean Point, the Hyatt, International Market. That's the bigger side, right? And we're the farm. So that's the balance of the two. Right? If you got money in, stabilizing, right? Things happen on our side. We flux, we can go up and down. But we recover more than the ground growers, which is why they want it to be above ground. So maintenance is very real. Sometimes we do farm tours and we go to other farms and we see the weeds as high as the bed. We choose not to do that as much as possible because then you invite the bug to go to and it's messy. So we try really, really hard. This morning we actually harvested all of this. That's why this is all here. But the guys are doing something right now. They're gonna loop back around. They're gonna clear these channels. We're gonna plug them with babies. So if you guys take a look at this house right now and you guys take a look at the outside channels, you're gonna see them in different sizes, right? It's patchy because it's a section that was planted out, right? And everything's timing. So you had a question? Yeah. So nothing. Yeah, nothing. There's no. So this was an experiment. We wanted to see if we could tolerate. Yeah, it could tolerate direct sun. If bugs really had a problem with it, and so what we're learning is it don't matter because we're actually capturing more of the thrip inside of the house than we are out here. There's no flow, right? Inside the house, you kind of contain it. So that's what we're learning. Yeah, we're learning. So we did it out here, and then we did it out on the other side.
So you don't have to fill the hole.
We don't have to.
No.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, and we wanted to know what it did for us here. You know what I mean? So it was a good learning for us. But I want you guys to look at it because you guys can actually see thrip damage, right? You see it all happening inside the house is 10 times worse. There, let me bring it up. There. So yeah, all of this speckled, that's all thrip damage. That's a bug.
It's a bug.
Yeah, that's a bug that does that.
You can still
It's
eat
a
it,
white
though?
little bug. Yeah, so what's going to happen is we will clip this away if we were going to eat it. If this was a full head, right? 45 days from seed to harvest in this Oasis Cube. 45 days for us. During the summer months, crazy. 32 days before it starts bolting. Yeah? So we don't want it to bolt, obviously. So we would clip this away, right? So you're going to lose about 10% of the head, if not 15, right? And then you'll be stuck with just the center, yeah, just the core. Which in the event, like if we wanted to do a one cut, this would have been fabulous. But obviously we want full heads, you know. So if you take that volume, right, on this end, even the rock side down here is a little bit different, and the characteristics. So the texture really nice on this one, you know, both, and then all the channels itself. So nice drip. I'm sure you
And
guys
you're getting that bud on the outside and the inside.
Yeah.
also.
So not.
Yeah, we're surrounded. Look at where we're at. Yeah, so we have a landscaping company on the other side. The gulch is all right here. We're our own landscaping company, and so we've got plants and trees that are attracting all of this stuff. Whether it's inside or outside, it's going to happen. We just have different bugs, right? Maybe the Waianae guys get different. We meet Kahalu get different, but we all experience the same thing nonetheless. Why? Because we don't have dormancy here, right? Hawaii farmers uphill battle. Why? Always warm. So the channels are prefabricated.
It just
Super
filters down.
easy, super light, right? Put apart from each other. So this is a really good spacing for lettuce. Yeah, if you were a chard farmer or an arugula farmer, probably gonna go with the tighter schematic because they hold each other up. Yeah. So this one, chard doesn't work well. They lean. Yeah, not so nice. But it works really well because the heads have room to grow. So they can spread out really nicely with each other, and super easy. So what's gonna happen is once this is done, the guys are finished, they're gonna come in, they're gonna blast all of the channels clean again, pick up all of this mess that we made, and then replug, yeah, at that time. So then we'll have another rotation, right? So 45 days out. Now it's cooling off a little bit, but I wouldn't say it's a drastic. We're still losing 25 to 35% depending on the week. That's the Oasis Cube. Sorry? We buy those in bulk from a mainland company because nobody on the island makes the volume which we need. So this is biodegradable inert matter. Now that you're squeezing it, it's still damp. It's holding moisture. When it dries out completely, it crumbles and can go back into compost. Yeah, so we purchased it once. We're going to use it twice, 3 times in all of the plants that we up-pot over here in the farm. Which when we get to the back, you'll see why the volume. If this were an aquaponic table that we were flipping, it's been 2 years, maybe 3 years, time to flip the cinder. All of that cinder will go into the compost mix and be mixed in with everything to up-pot the plants for drainage. Because we bought it already, right? Expensive. So then we just buy it from ourselves. We're just creating our own. And for the most part, we do get our cinder from the Big Island, another family-owned company. The money stays in the state. Yeah, so that's why we don't buy outside, which we get solicited constantly. And everybody will. So if anybody of you guys starting to farm, hurry up. Get the pressure.
The cinder because of all the growth underneath?
No, in the back, when we get to the aquaponic tables. Yeah,
So
we
you
flip the
do
cinder
nothing
because
with
it's stagnant already. It's filled. It's kind of needs to be flipped and fresh. Yeah.
So these you do nothing with going underneath.
Those just keep the dirt and the dust down. Yep, it just, we pull weeds through it. It keeps the Marafi down, right, which helps control the weeds. We have tons of Marafi everywhere. So yes, we did spend quite a bit of money, but there's a reason why. And all the people in the back of the farm, when the wind whips through here, because it's a passing shower, passing wind, they would be eating dirt all day, and everything would be much more dirty. So, but anyway, that's the roots. They're biodegradable. So we do not feed these cubes to the worms. The worms only get leafy clippings because they will take way too long to break that down. Better to go through it. We can get real fast vermicast, right? Which we can use straight into the aquaponic tables. Therefore, we don't need to buy any fertilizer, right, for the tables. It's nutrient rich. We don't need to have any of that, and we can actually plant right into the table with coconut coir. When we get to the back, we'll talk about that. But anyway, come over here. You guys can see this is rock size, yeah. So super clean head, beautiful, yeah. So much cleaner. Yeah, very little strip damage. However, if we do, when we do, very unforgiving, yeah, this one. But this together with 2 of our greens makes the spring mix, which makes for a really wonderful salad and nice textures. Really good to have variation. If something happened to this lettuce, we still can live off the 2, yeah. And same thing with the green, and we're having a really hard time with the greens right now. So we're really heavy red. A couple of years ago, the account that we were selling to was McDonald's, but the processor was Hawaii Poi Company. After rat lung hit the state, they pulled out completely. A lot of farmers weren't able to recover from that because that was their dedicated account, so they had a rough time. In our case, we just shifted accounts, which easy, yeah, when you have this. If we were ground growers and they just pulled out, how would you have possibly moved all of that volume and still recovered your money, your investment? So unfortunate, but you know, in that case, it's easy for us to move channels out and pop different plugs in and, you know, just kind of be on our way. It's also really good to have really good relationships with your distributors and your farm direct accounts, because if something happens, oops, sorry, you can? Yeah. We can make a phone call and, you know, they'll pop it on the menu, boom, done, or we'll have an in-store special at Safeway. So, you know, it's really good to have that kind of relationship with them. So if you guys do have that, continue it, yeah.
When you make stuff like that, do you have to reformulate the water? Like, do you
Some
hydro and
do.
aquaponics?
No, this is all hydro, so it doesn't matter.
Hydro,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We would actually just kind of recalculate what kinds of greens can actually tolerate the same nutrient, right? Because they all eat differently. But what we wouldn't do is we wouldn't stick a butter, yeah, or a Manoa here. Totally different. Yeah, totally different EC levels. Totally, one likes more calcium, the other one likes more iron. So you're gonna get some
So
funky.
whatever is here is
whatever
gonna
is
be
here, it's gonna be here.
similar.
We'll just shift it, or I will see, okay, can we run a special? Boom, stay with the same thing, right? And then we can actually just produce it.
How come there's like green?
So these were planted by humans, and the seeds were loaded probably by a machine or maybe another human. So 1, 2, or 3 got rolled into the other container, and our human couldn't see it because they're all pelletized and they're all the same color. So not too bad. This is about what, 15,000 heads, 3 off. Not too bad. Yeah. Yeah.
They all